The Minnesota National Guard is activating Saturday as prosecutors took to the streets, or protesters actually, after a deadly shooting that day. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said the man killed was holding a handgun as he approached federal immigration officers carrying out their duties. Noem describes the illegal alien the federal agents were pursuing,
whose criminal history included domestic assault with intentionally inflicting bodily harm, disorderly conduct, and driving without a valid license.
These people, by and large, have, for the last couple of weeks, they've been impeding ICE. They've been blocking them in. They've been doing all of these things to prevent them from doing their job. So it's really, the fact that he's saying that he's just plain wrong and he knows it. But the worst part about it, he's talking about our democracy. Well, part of our democracy is we have elections and we pass laws and the executive branch enforces the laws. And he's using his authority to prevent the law from being enforced. It's a complete subversion effort by him and Governor Walz, the likes of which we have not seen probably since the Civil War, where the state is just basically saying, hey, this is a no-go zone for immigration enforcement. And both Walz and Frey have said that, and that's remarkable. And the president not only has a responsibility just for the immigration law, but for all laws in general to not let that stand. You can't have a state, you can't have a politician, and you can't have some activist decide what federal laws get enforced, where they get enforced. It's really outrageous conduct. And one point that Paul Morrow made during the last hour as well, which I think is great, is during the riots of 2020, remember, probably the worst handled riots were Minneapolis, and the two common denominators, Walz and Frey. Walz was, trying to ingratiate himself with the rioters, while Walz was figuratively hiding under her desk. And we saw what happened in Minneapolis, and they seem to be intent on having it happen again.
The incident comes just a few weeks after another fatal shooting in Minnesota involving federal immigration agents. Violence against ICE officers has been on the rise for months. Democratic lawmakers are calling for ICE agents to leave Minnesota.
Our message is really clear and straightforward. We need ICE out of Minnesota.